CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products such as our can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to stand for truth with the host.
Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? Everybody on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook Live, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Marianne, good to see you. Hi. First in freedom. That's the slogan in North Carolina. How are you? I know you're in Las Vegas, but hey. Hey, Marlene, good to see you. Everybody, please retweet this if you will. BizTech, how are you? Robin, good morning. Thank you. Got a lot of curls today. Doing my best Shirley Temple impression, I think. Hey, Sally, good to see you. Monica, hello. How are you? Graham, 65, good morning. Shauna, how are you? Robin, good to see you. Please retweet this. Invite your followers. Thank you so much for doing so. Everybody on Facebook Live, how are you? Good to see you. Wendell, good to see you. Hey, Julia. Huey, good to see you. Got a lot of news today. Oh, no. I'm sorry, Marlene. You lost a family member. Hey, Kay. That's not something to do. I'm so sorry about that. Marlene is saying that she had to euthanize one of her dogs, so horrible for her. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Nancy. Okay, Marlene. Hey, Barbara. Good to see you. Robin says she's sorry for the loss, Marlene. I know that it hurts. I've had to do it before. It's horrible. Hey, good morning. Nancy. Marie, Amber. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you also for retweeting this and inviting your followers. I really appreciate that. Everybody on YouTube, if you give me a thumbs up and invite your followers. Good morning to the Knowles crew. The Knowles crew who came through for the homeless veterans, thank you so much for your donations. I'm going to be getting that out and shipping it out either today or tomorrow for them. I've got a little bit more shopping to do because, which is a good thing. So I'm anxious to get everything to them and they can use the socks and the blankets and everything else right now. So. Robin said she had to do that one time too, and it is like losing a family, Marlene, and all of us who've had to go through it know that, and there's nothing we can say to make it better. And I know you know that. I pray that with your dogs, just like with mine, that they're in heaven with God, just pouncing around and having a great time. I really do hope that, and hope that for your dog as well. Good morning, Kim. How are you? It's so hard. I mean, it truly is like losing a family member because they are family members. So, but thank you again for all those who gave to the homeless veterans in Arizona. Thank you so much. And like I said, I'll be getting them out. Hey, Karen, how are you? Oh no, Amber. That's horrible. Amber lost hers 2 weeks ago. Just hurts. Yes. Hey, Tori, good to see you. Yes, they are. I mean, they are our family. They truly, truly are. Vision is all favorites will run to greet me in heaven. Yes, exactly, Barbara, that they'll be there waiting for you in heaven. Hey, Monique, good to see you. Welcome. All right, everybody, thank you again for retweeting this, inviting your followers. So there's a lot going on. I mean, the question is, where do we begin? I'm gonna begin with the three that I wrote about at my SusanKnowles.com. I have an article there if you care to see it, talking about I call them the three blind GOP, the three Congress people, and they happen to be all women, I have to tell you. That doesn't mean anything. It just means that they're women. Hey, good morning, Karen. Good to see you. Amanda, good to see you. Basically, they couldn't get it done. They had promised, along with everybody else in the GOP, that they were going to repeal Obamacare. Hey, Patricia, but when it came down to it, no, they didn't want to vote. They came up with different reasons. One, Susan Collins says, I do not think that it's constructive to repeal a law that is so interwoven within our healthcare system without having a replacement in place. Capito, or more Capito, I don't know what she goes by, said she didn't come to Washington to hurt people. Well, in effect, hey, April, in effect, that's what you're doing. You're going to hurt people because Obamacare is failing. And when that goes and you have absolutely nothing and you haven't repealed it, then what are you going to do? Exactly, Kim. She is hurting people. And so we don't seem to understand that with the GOP. Robin said, sadly, she didn't expect them to keep their word. It's disgraceful, and all they want is control. I mean, Robin, it's so true. They've carried the water. Hey, Marguerite, they've carried the water for the Dems. They just don't know what to do. Well, Teresa, what's going to happen now is that Mitch McConnell is going to take a vote on the procedural aspects of it sometime either I think maybe next week, early next week, in trying to get them, I guess, to change their minds and do what they said they were going to do. I know President Trump is scheduled today to have a lunch with all the senators and probably try to tell them the same thing. They want to blame POTUS for everything. That's right, Kim, because it's so easy to pass the buck along to him. So let's hope that luncheon can do some good. I mean, I think one of the things, I'm sure they do, Karen. We'd have to look it up and get those addresses and tell them. I wrote an article about it at SusanKnowles.com. It's not a very kind article, I guess, to them. So, I mean, if it's something that you want to utilize and go ahead and tweet that out, maybe put Knowles Crew with it, hashtag Knowles Crew, and circulate that around, that would be good. Because basically what I'm saying is, since you didn't do what you said you're going to do, you need to be fired. And they have one thing in common, it is that they're going to be fired. And we have to follow through on getting people out that we don't like. When they do something that goes against the best interest of the American people or a promise that they made, we need to get those people out. No ifs and buts or maybe. Will not take responsibility for the government seat they hold. No, and Kim, they won't do what we asked them to do. Oh, no, Teresa, it is L.A. Kings. It just looks like me. Yeah, we need to fire them. We need to get rid of them. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, if you find out some emails, addresses, Karen, let us know. We have to do our part to drain the swamp. I know, Nancy. L.A. Kings. Yeah, I mean, seriously, we've got to do something because these people, they knew better. They knew better. They were 7 years ago saying, just get us in there, just get us in control, and we'll repeal everything. You emailed Portman, good. I think one of the things that, we just need to continue the pressure, antagonize them. Well, I know, like they antagonize us by not doing what we asked them to do. Hey, Beck, good to see you. What if they're the only Republicans running? They won't be, Patricia. What we need to do is get some real people in office. We need to get people like Paul Nehlen, who are real people, who aren't there to be career politicians, that come from a background where they understand what's going on. They understand business. That's what we need. Monique said, sad but true, they do not deserve to be in office. Every single one of them needs to go, but I'm just wondering, how do they get fired and by whom? Monique, it was just, I put fired in quotes. It just means, they get kicked out. It's hard in that headline to say everything you want to say. Hey, Nick, good morning. Even Kid Rock looks good. I know, Barbara. Who would have ever thought that? They get away with it because there never are any repercussions. That's right, Kim, and we never do anything with them. Robin said we shouldn't have to hold grown adults responsible for doing their jobs. I know, Robin. You would think that if we put them in there, that they ought to do what they're there to do, what we want. Shauna said she's a super fan of Paul Nehlen. You know, like I said, Paul Nehlen's been on my show a couple of times. Go listen to what he had to say. You'll love Paul Nehlen too. The Freedom Caucus and Trump faction will grow 2018. The GOP establishment have shot themselves here. Let's hope so, Damien. Well, he runs his music world. Yes. Kid has gotten better with age. And you know, exactly. And we have to look at him. What does he know? Is he different than he was? I mean, we've got to look at it and compare to what he knows, you know, what he knew then, which is probably nothing, maybe, but he knew music, to now. You know, what does he know now? Can he represent us? Will he represent us? Will he do what we ask him to do? Who do you like for a candidate for governor of California? Oh, gosh. Anybody but the Democrats, Patricia. And unfortunately, I think the Democrats are the ones that are going to get in. If Gavin Newsom runs and he's the farthest left you can go, he'll probably get in, unfortunately. Because the GOP is not going to do anything in California. They're just kind of given up on the GOP. A monkey could do a better job at this point. Yeah, Marianne, I really think so. I mean, you know, what are you going to do? Do we put Knowles crew on all of our tweets or just when tweeting your tweets? Teresa, please feel free to put them on all tweets. That way people who are in the Knowles crew can see your tweets and retweet them. That's all I want is someone who will go, like Mr. Smith goes to Washington, Barbara said. I know. He doesn't like country. Really, he's country now? Ugh. The GOP is afraid. They fear Democrat backlash. I know, Nick. You know, we're always on the defense. We truly, truly are. We have to get over that. I don't know how, but somehow we got to quit carrying the water. And no, I do know how, Nick. I take that back. The way we get over that is to stop allowing rhinos to stay in office. Get rid of the rhinos. Get new people in there who are going to do what we tell them and ask them to do and send them to Washington to do. That's how you do it. That's how you get on, offensive rather than defense. We don't care about the Democrats. Well, I think, Amanda, we do care about what they think, and we think that the public is in favor of every Democrat policy, and we go along with it. It's ridiculous. I know. GOP needs to learn from Donald Trump, look ahead and keep moving. Yes. Vote the rhinos out. We have to do that. And, the biggest rhinos right now, Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell. Get those people out of here. We have somebody great for Paul Ryan. So let's get Paul Nehlen in. We need to start with how our kids are being educated or not. That's true, Tori. That was always true. Sheep need to stop following. McCain, too. McCain needed to go years ago. I'm concerned about the Republicans splitting the vote for governor instead of uniting for one candidate. Patricia, which is always what they do. They shoot themselves in the foot, especially in California. Yeah, I think right now, the veterans are pretty upset with McCain, but McCain has a lot of special interest groups that are behind him. We have to change term limits for all of Congress and the Senate. Kim said exactly. McCain is evil, Tory said. April said he's gone. Oh, you're having a conversation. Sorry. Anything gains Trump is considered fake. Yeah, any gains that Trump makes are considered fake, Gabriel said. Sorry. Rhinos act the way they do because they don't believe they are threatened. I don't know if that's true. I think that they just go along with the Democrats because they are Democrats in Republican clothing. Yeah, but it's not rhinos. It's not HINO. It's just RINO. Are these politicians? All these politicians work for Dems or the GOP? Yeah, I think do they work for George Soros more than they do for us. Patricia, there is no accountability. That's for sure. Autocorrect. Yeah. Yeah, it's really ridiculous. 180 billion insurance bailout, Rand Paul says, is what repeal turned into. Yeah, basically what happened with the health care, it went right back with all the taxes. They had 142 pages when they got it, and then it ended up 172. Why? Because they put back 30 pages of taxes and subsidies and things of that nature. Hey, good morning, Mustang girl. Good to see you. Rhino hunting is our hashtag. Wabbit season. Government is too big. Yes, Tori, has been too big for a long time. Um, Curious if being fired is even possible. No, Monique, they have to be recalled or ousted. What about full repeal? Well, I'm for full repeal. Hey, good morning, Gary. I think we should have full repeal and we should start over. And it basically, let's get back to the simple things. And I've said this over and over. Go back to the insurance policies. Let everybody buy insurance across state lines. Let them sell you the policy that's right for you and your family. Tony is the one making. Okay, sorry about that. Why Trump can't even get an approved budget for a wall? Um, yeah, I think he's working on it. Hey, Robert. Hey, Joseph. How are you? Good to see you. How's Santa Barbara? Hey, Marvin. Good to see you. Marvin said McCain's been in way too long. I admire his service, but this time his time has come and gone. Yeah, I mean, I think, and McCain's got health issues. Maybe maybe he'll come to that conclusion himself. I think, again, the veterans are looking at him and saying, wow, you can go to the Mayo Clinic, but we have to go to the VA system. And what's the fairness in McCain being able to do that as a veteran and all the veterans who don't get that opportunity, all those that have waited in lines and have died waiting to get an appointment even. Hey, Mark, good morning. How are you? McCain is a disgrace. Being a vet, you would think that he would do better for other vets, but the VA in this district is the worst, Nick said. It's true. Phoenix VA is the one that has had horrendous problems. And as far as I know, hey, Tony, see you later. He has never helped the veterans there. It's all talk and no do. Hey, Barbara, there have been other Congress people that did help the veterans, like Marco Rubio and a couple of others. I can't think of their names right now, but they did help. Hey, Monique, you switched over, huh? Dad, too, because McCain's a vet. Yeah. Sad. We can all see problems with McCain. Why can't Arizona? Special interest groups, Marianne. Good morning. I mean, he has got a lot of people backing him, a lot of money. Uh, it's amazing. Hey, Jasmine, everybody. Welcome, Jasmine. It's first day on Periscope. The vets should have open access to any facility. I know, Robin, they're trying. They tried that before under the last secretary of the VA, but they didn't pay the bills. And so most of the people out, the doctors said, if you're not going to pay the bills, we can't see the veterans, which makes sense. McCain should be helping young veterans. I believe that too. Hey, Mike, is the U.S. ready to have an imminent Hispanic president in 2021? Well, I don't know. Since the election's not in 2021, I don't know. I don't, for me personally, I don't care who is president as long as they're A, Republican, B, competent. I don't care if you're tall, short, what ethnicity you are, male or female. I know, Antonio, you've been gone for a long time. Where have you been? It's always been for me about the character of the person, the qualifications, and that's it. I don't care. I don't care what you look like. I don't like the Democrat Party who just, hey, Laura, who seems to want to push, oh, let's get a female in there. Why? If the female is competent to be president, I'm all for it. I don't know who Gonzalez is, so. Character and integrity, yes. My daughter can't go to Mayo Clinic now because insurance won't cover it anymore due to Obamacare. Exactly, Kay. And it's great when the Republicans say, and President Trump has said, we're just going to let Obamacare die, and then we'll do something about it. I get his point. I understand his frustration, but understand our frustrations. That most of us out here, our insurance premiums have doubled or tripled, okay? We don't have the same doctors that we used to have. We can't afford this. We can't afford to wait. I mean, how much more? I mean, how long is it going to take for Obamacare to completely fail? And I know he's trying to make a point, and I get it, but it's the Republicans' responsibility to get it done. Oh, Speedy Gonzalez, I see. Hello from Finland. How are you? Why do we have to keep waiting to vote new people in? Do they have no conscience? They are there to work for us. Robin, most of them, I hate to say that, but I think sometimes you sell your soul when you go into government and you stay there too long. Not everybody, but I think some people do. Had to pay $6,000 deductible for a neck surgery. Oh my gosh. How long to the point of no return, Kansas? I know, exactly, Nancy. How long is that? Right, 2 years. So we've been on this for 7 years. We're going to wait 2 more years for what? To have 2 more years for the Republicans to get it right? To put something in? Insurance is a racket anyway, like trying to pick up a... Okay, a bowel movement by the clean in. I'll just say it like that. I don't have insurance anymore. I just pay the fine. Nick, and it shouldn't be that way. You should have insurance. No fines anymore. That's true, Patricia. They did do away with that. And I'm wondering if President Trump could do some things, do more things, basically that's okay, Mustang girl, to get rid of Obamacare, by just sort of executive order, and I know everybody kind of hates that sometimes, but doing things that will just kind of, I don't know, eat at it until you have nothing left. Take away some of the taxes, take away some of the subsidies. He can't repeal the law, but he could take things away from it so it would make it crash sooner. Yeah, hopefully it'll crash before 2 years. But again, if they didn't, if the GOP didn't have a plan together, when 7 years go by, are they going to have a plan in 2? And I understand it. They need, first of all, no vacation for you, GOP. You don't deserve a vacation. You've done nothing but stand in the way of this president. You've done nothing to move this country along, and you've done nothing for health insurance. You wanted to have the government in the health insurance industry, which you shouldn't have been. And so now you need to do your job. No vacation. Is everybody still on Periscope? I saw it flash. It's flashing again. Is everybody still there, or do I need to restart it? Can somebody let me know if anybody can hear me on Periscope? I saw it flashing. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to restart Periscope. Yeah, Facebook is still there. Periscope, it just seems to be stuck for right now. It just keeps flashing, which not sure what Periscope is doing, but let me restart it. Hold on, let me do this. There's always a problem with with something, I'm telling you. I think Periscope is going through its little issues again, and let's see if we can get everybody back in. Amazing. Our deductible went from $4,000 to $6,500 in the middle of this year, Robin said. That's amazing. AK, did everybody get stuck there? Did it just freeze on everybody? It just was flashing on my end. So if you can invite everybody back in, that would be great, and see if we can get Periscope going. And it looks like it's frozen again almost. Okay. Let me know if it freezes. I can only see UK, so I'm not sure if it's freezing again or not. Everybody, please just swipe and invite, which we don't swipe, but just invite. Does it need to be restarted? Can anybody see me? Okay, Shauna, hey there. Okay, perfect. I guess that the numbers were getting up too high on Periscope, and they had to shut me down. I can't. If anybody is in, can you just let me know that you're in? Got froze out, back on, second try. I know, Shauna, it just started freezing and started flashing, which I've never seen that before. So that was very interesting. Now, let's see. We've all heard, too, that Susan Rice was supposed to have her meeting in front of the House Intelligence Committee on Tuesday, which was yesterday. She canceled that. However, she is supposed to testify before the Senate committee sometime later this week. So, it's not like I guess that she's trying to go around it altogether. Hey, Laura, but she is trying to, go in front of the Senate rather than the House. Maybe maybe she feels the Senate is better than the House. I'm not sure. So is everybody back in Periscope now? Everybody can see this and hear me and everything okay and up and running? Okay, perfect. I know we lost a few people, so I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what happened with Periscope, so I don't know. Now there was I don't know if you saw yesterday, but good, you're back. There was immediately that came out that President Trump had a secret. It was looping. Yeah, I don't know, Laura. It just absolutely kind of froze and started flashing, which is odd, very odd. Everybody on YouTube, let me know if you're seeing everything as well. All right, Kim, you're back. Great, great, great. Please just keep retweeting this, and let's hopefully get back our people that we had. I know Shawnette was flickering on my side, and I don't know what it was. Chat is blocked on Periscope, Robin said. Robin, I see if you can come back in because people are starting to chat. Hey, Joseph, good to see you. I had to restart it. I'm seeing other people are saying that the chat has been blocked on Periscope for some reason. Thanks for letting me know, Robin. Okay. Shauna was saying her chat was blocked. That's odd, Shauna. I don't know what that is. It looks like people are able to talk right now back on Periscope. Wanda, good to see you. Hopefully people can start chatting in a moment. I don't know. This is the oddest day, I can tell you. So anyway, they were saying that, yeah, that's really new. I know, Shauna. That Trump had a private meeting with Vladimir Putin. And yeah, Laura, and Donald Trump came out and said that that's not true. It's all fake news. That they were at a dinner, that all of them are at a dinner, and that the mainstream media lied. Everybody who's telling me that they can't talk because they're blocked on Periscope, can you try that again? I know a couple of people are able to talk on Periscope. If you could try that again, that would be great. People that are on Facebook or that maybe came over from Periscope, maybe try talking again. I don't know why everything is blocked. Shauna is able to talk. No, Beck, they hate everybody because it kind of kicked everybody out. I know, Nancy, there are a couple people who are in there chatting right now in Periscope, but, you know, and it's saying it's limited by broadcaster. I have no idea. I don't know why that is. You know, I may have to start again. I hate to do this. Let me start Periscope again. Maybe somehow it got limited. You guys on Periscope, I'm going to start this again. I'm sorry about that, but people can't talk on here. So I'm going to restart it, and we'll come back again for the third time. This has been quite an adventure today on trying to get Periscope to work. Let me just see if there's some reason. Okay. All right. So I'm restarting this. Everybody, you should be okay on Periscope now if you want to go back. Everybody is coming back in for the third time. This is going to be fun retweeting this. Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming back in. Have no idea why everything was blocked or whatever. Maybe we can actually get something going again. Audio is better on YouTube. That's because I'm speaking in the mic, I guess. Regular girl, good to see you. Guess on block now. Amanda, thank you for joining back. I'm telling you, quite a morning. So basically all you missed is me telling you that Donald Trump basically tweeted out that them saying that he was in a private dinner was absolutely false. Glad everybody is back. Thank you for coming back. Hey, Danielle, good to see you. Robert, good to see you. Now you can write. Sounds good. Crazy day. Yes, maybe it's the Russians. That's right, Barbara. It's the Russians. Yeah, I'm back now, back on Periscope if you want to go back there. Okay, say something is back. Something is back. Oh, my gosh. Now you can write. Sounds good. Perfect. Man, oh, man. Russia, Russia, Russia. Maybe if you guys can retweet the first part and the third part, this part right now, when you're retweeting, please put hashtag Knowles Crew on it. That would be great. And that way, at least we'll get a continuation of what we were saying. And Knowles Crew is back. That's right. Happy hump day. Not blocked anymore. I know, Marie. It's crazy. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And if you please could, just retweet, invite your followers. Maybe we can get the numbers back up where they were. Okay, so there's good morning, Robert. Love the flowers. Always love the flowers from Robert. There's a new thing going down which we haven't heard anything about. ICE right now is basically been given the green light. I know you can type again, Alpha. So they've been given the green light, hey Jeff, to go out to sanctuary cities and even to target the sanctuary cities and arrest people. So let's give it up for ICE. They're sending hundreds of agents to sanctuary cities, and in fact, they said they're going to flood sanctuary cities. So California, you asked for it, now you got it. Illegal immigration has plummeted by 70% since Trump has been in office and allowed for them to do their jobs. Yeah, Jerry Brown's just going to be so happy, and Ms. Kamala Harris will be too. So when people say, well, what has Trump done? He hasn't done anything he said he was going to do, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Robert, everything's back up and running now. Then you can say to them, well, let me tell you what President Trump has done. He has decreased illegal immigration here by 70%. Not only that, but arrests of illegal immigrants are up 40%. I know, Robin. Very good to hear about ICE. Okay, not a problem, Marie. Thank you. Good. Yeah, exactly. Trump has done a lot. He is MAGA. Yes. ICE, ICE, baby. Darn right. So, and they're also going to hire about 10,000 more agents. So if anybody wants to work for ICE or anything like that, just go out and apply. Switch to Facebook and now back to YouTube on my cell phone because of low battery. Okay, Monique, sounds good. So, with Mom, oh no, okay. Lisa, you can go back and listen to, just get part 1 and go back and replay that. And this is part 3, which is really, we'll just forget the second part. Just do this one. Retweet both of those. My BFF. Oh, that's great. Your son's BFF or your BFF son is a nice agent. Assaults on the Border Patrol agents are up on the border. Yep, Danielle. ICE, not only good in a drink. That's right, Beck. ICE, ICE, baby. I mean, and that's really, really good news. We had two restarts from the scope freezing, so you didn't miss much on that second scope. You didn't miss anything, so don't worry about it, Lisa. It's just, and I kind of repeated on the first one. I know, Teresa. Who knows what's causing that? Your BFF's son. Okay. I love law enforcement. I know, Kat. When law enforcement is allowed to do its job, isn't it great? It's a great thing. Now, I want to let you know, okay, so that was the really great news. Here's some not so great news. I know, Barbara, I've never seen that on Periscope either. That was just really odd. Foreigners are purchasing real estate, like the number of homes in the United States. They've made purchases of $153 billion. That's up 49% from 2016. And mostly the sales in Florida, California, and Texas account for 1/2 of all foreign purchases. I know. You gotta hang on with this scope, Regla. They're going hog wild here in Vegas buying homes. And, Marianne, in Vegas, I mean, the prices used to be really good for you to be able to afford a home. Why are they doing that? So they can buy everything up. Why not? If you got the money, you're allowed to do it. Pretty soon the United States won't be owned by Americans anymore, right? Switch to Facebook and now back. Okay. I mean, it's kind of amazing. I don't know. Do we not have a cap on how much can be bought? Apparently not. And you remember yesterday when I was telling you about the H2 B? Let's see, what was it? The H2B visas. We have a condo there across from the new stadium being built. Oh, nice, Nancy. Hey, Laura, thanks for coming back. Governor Moonbeam will love it. Yeah. Yeah, he will. And Governor Moonbeam is on his way out pretty soon. Have you noticed the other side effect of Trump's election? They haven't been any protesters at the funerals of soldiers or cops. Yep, Nick, because they know they're going to get arrested. Yesterday, I know it's hard to type on them on mobile. Yesterday, I told you about there was an increase in 15,000 H-2B visas. Remember, I was telling you that? That was something that I believe that Paul Ryan wanted and that DHS Kelly let him have. Then a review, then secretary clearances. Yeah, and so they're saying there's been a study out that says, what do you think we will find out about Lady Shaw? Oh, I'll tell you about that in a minute, Kim. A new study that's out saying that we don't need that H-2B visas because those are for seasonal workers, and we have enough seasonal workers that we've already given the H-2B visas to. We have about 136,000 already in the country from 2016. So the implications of that, yeah, there you go, Marianne. Ryan is a backstabber. And unfortunately, if this is true, Kelly went along with it. So we're allowing 15,000 more people in for seasonal workers that are taking jobs away from Americans, seemingly. Because a lot of people, and I know a lot of high school kids, you go out and get jobs, for Christmas or whatever the holiday. What? Sucking our jobs, right, and our money. That's right, Marianne. And, doing it under the guise of, it's really needed. So I'm disappointed in DHS Kelly for going along with it. And I'm always disappointed in Ryan. I'm not shocked by it. They say the high school kids won't work. Well, I tell you what, there are also other people that, there's people who are retired people will work. There are people who are going back into the job market that don't have jobs that will take a seasonal job. According to the study, we have enough people to do that, so I don't know. Somebody asked me about Graham Ledger. Graham Ledger used to be on a local station here in San Diego, and he went over to One America News a long time ago. Yeah, I mean, a lot of kids want to work. They really do. But, if there are no jobs out there, they're not going to work. And especially the kids are like, 17, 18, they're knowing that, they may have to start working. I say take workers from the prisons and let them pick on. Well, it beats going out there and letting them lift weights all day. Kids who want to work are leaders and will find work. It's true, Nancy, if there's work available. But if you bring in 15,000 more H-2B workers, I know that's spread out all across the United States, isn't really a lot. But it's 15,000 less jobs that Americans are going to be able to take. And those with green cards, let's face it, they have a right to have seasonal jobs as well. Or research how to sue someone. Be creative and create your own niche. Yep. Hard work never hurt a kid. Nancy, I say send them to the barns to scoop horse poop. Good idea. Give the prisoners those jobs. They can find a job, but we can't. Right. You hear Sessions is now allowing U.S. to seize assets before a conviction in some cases. Yeah, Alpha, what they're doing is going back to the old way it was under Obama, which is police have a right to seize property. I don't like that, but because it's without due process, without them being arrested, knowing the charges, without their day in court. Supposedly, Sessions is going to make it where there's going to be a cap. They can't seize any money less than $10,000, and there's going to be hoops they have to walk through, some warrants they have to get, apparently, so that there won't be abuses. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't like it. I don't like anything that lacks due process. We have tons of jobs in our area, and some younger people keep saying there's no jobs. They just don't want to work hard. Probably true too, Robin. They haven't been taught how to do that for some of them. Well, honestly, give me anyone by the end of the day, we'll find them a job. Yep. The prisoners have quite a large portion of the job market. I heard Sessions is in on that seizure of property. He is, Danielle. He's the one that basically is doing that. As I said, what they're trying to do is make it different than under Obama, where there were a lot of abuses and a lot of ways to abuse the system. Supposedly, what Sessions is doing is will cut down on the abuse. Now, I know a minute ago somebody, Kim, you had asked me about the Minnesota woman. You probably have heard there was a Muslim police officer in Minnesota who killed an Australian woman who had called the police for help, saying that she heard something I think, in the alley behind her house or somewhere near her house. And when the police officer got there, he shot and killed her. Now, I don't know the reasons. I don't know if it was accidental. I don't know. And Danielle said shot her right through the door. I have no idea about any more of the facts in that. Here's what I do know, that he is refusing to talk in an interview with the department, which is something that police officers involved in shooting are supposed to do. And he's had a ton of complaints against him already in the past. Multiple complaints, they're saying. So those two things doesn't sound good. He was already suspect, Barbara said. There's an article that stated fireworks may have been a concern. Huh. Yeah. I don't know any more about the topic than I just told you. 3 complaints. Yep. The not cooperating concerns me. They're saying that they don't know yet if shot across his partner to hit her. Well, and again, the sound of fireworks, I have no idea. I don't know if he thought she was firing back. I have no idea. Carl's Jr., I don't know what that is. She was a veterinarian. Yeah, beautiful woman. It's the department's fault. They enabled him by keeping him employed. You know, that's a good point, Chang. That they should have, with 3 complaints, they should have suspended him, fired him, or whatever. 3 shots fired. Wow. Antonio said there was a sexual assault in an alley, so she called 911. She didn't have a gun. I mean, if it's dark, I don't know. Again, I don't know the facts of that. 60 Minutes did an interview on the visa program. I should watch it, Jennifer said. Put him behind a desk. Trolls, yes. Antonio saying not an accident. I think that's going to be determined in a court of law whether it was an accident or not. Well, more numbers. Yeah, I mean, again, hey, Mike. Mike saying he's a Muslim murderer. She was a spiritual counselor and taught yoga, Kim said. So I don't know if she was a veterinarian or a spiritual counselor. Yeah, he did not have his camera on. I do remember that, reading that. Well, I read she walked up to the car. Wow. See, I didn't read that, Barbara. And that may be true. Heard the second officer is talking. Good. I think he's a Barney Fife scared cat, Beck said. What was his gun doing out when they pulled over to talk? Karen, if that's really, the real part of the story, I don't know. She was not a practicing vet. Okay. MSNBC then ran a story about needing gun control. Of course. Of course. It is suspicious. I have to agree with you. Practicing Muslims can't push Sharia agenda is a real talking point, Nancy said. And if they're giving him special treatment because he is Muslim, shame on them at the police department. If the complaints were such that anybody else would have been out or suspended, then that's what they should have done. And they shouldn't be tiptoeing around things. So we'll have to wait and see what a jury finds, I guess. He was a diversity hire. They admitted to it, Tang said. Why was she shot so many times? She was shot through the other cop's door. Again, I don't know. Can't shoot while it's in his holster. Well, the thing of it is, Karen, I mean, if you... Wait, Susan. Okay, what am I waiting on, Robert? The thing of it is, if I've gone through police training. And what am I waiting on, Robert? Let me know. The cop. I'm waiting on the cop. Funny how the ADL terrorists... If you've ever gone through police training and you get a call that says somebody's in the alley, something's going on, some type of crime may be being committed, it's not unusual for a police officer to draw their gun. If you get out of a car knowing that you're being put in that situation without your gun, you have a good chance of getting killed. So there's nothing wrong with that. That if that is a scenario, then that would be appropriate. Again, I don't know if that was a scenario or not. Also, when you shoot somebody as a police officer, and let's say you think somebody's trying to kill you, it's not unusual for you to fire more than one time. Your adrenaline kind of takes over. Police are held to a higher standard than regular citizens. It's true, but the question, Nancy, is did he do anything wrong? And you have to look at all the facts. Yeah, I mean, and again, I don't know what the facts were. I don't know where she was. I don't know what happened. Other than what I just told you, I don't know all the facts, and I don't want to speculate on what he should or shouldn't have done or what she did, But she was talking to the one police officer, and he shot her through the door. If that's true, Danielle, again, I don't know those facts. I will trust you that you're saying that those are the facts, but I haven't read that. Tierra Key, welcome to Periscope. I can speculate he shouldn't have shot her. Well, you can speculate that, Tang. I mean, hopefully that's true. Fireworks went off. Maybe he was triggered. Maybe he thought she was firing into the car, at his partner. I have no idea. Should have listened to the police. She wouldn't be dead, Crazy said. Well, I don't know if that's true. But, the thing of it is we have to kind of look at all the facts. And until they all come out, and again, a jury is going to have to look at this. Listen to the police. She called for help. Having trouble. Yes, Nancy, you're here. And as I said, having been through the training and seen stuff, I looked at it differently before, and I kind of look at it, I can see from both sides of it right now. She awoke to an assault in an alley by her house. Yeah. I'm not sure why she was outside. I don't know if she came out to meet the police or they brought her out. I don't know. But again, it's going to have to be decided in a court of law. Maybe he is not talking right now to the bureau for maybe his attorney told him not to. I have no idea. She may have been a bit overexcited and charged the police. Yeah, who knows? I went through the police academy, Nancy. We have to wait for the facts just like we tell others to do. Exactly. Because there's a lot of speculation, and as we know, media sometimes gets it wrong. He had issues of his own. Yeah, Shauna, as what I said, he had several complaints against him. We don't know that she challenged him or not, Crazy. Partner said just talking, being very quiet. And I think his partner is going to probably give a lot more information than everybody else. Told your son he could do that to help if he wants to work in the government. Are you going to riot? Are we going to riot? Why would we do that? Talk to them on the phone or in person. Yeah, I mean, basically, no, that's okay, Robert. There's no problem. I didn't know what you were telling me to wait on, but I still don't know what you were telling me. But again, it's hard to just say what happened when you're not there and when you don't know all the facts. Yeah, and who knows who the partner was, or it's a good idea to have a partner. Interesting how white women killed cop and no trouble. If reversed, they would riot. Kim said. Yeah, Crazy's being a little crazy with his comments. We'll have to wait to find out what actually happened. Why body cam off too? Kate, I don't know. Sometimes they do that. They do that locally here too. They shouldn't do it, but that doesn't necessarily mean guilt. It could mean that they went to the bathroom, turned it off, and came back and forgot to turn it back on. I mean, I don't know. Again, more speculation. Not really sure. Okay, along the same lines, The genital mutilation that we've heard about mostly in Michigan and Minnesota that have been performed by Muslim doctors illegally in the United States. There has now been an investigation that has gone over to several more states because they believe that there may be more cases of it in California, Illinois, and New York. So that investigation is pretty much going to be growing, and it wouldn't surprise me that if we didn't find out that there are more states involved. What's wrong with your state? I don't know, Big Al. The same thing's wrong with mine. First, the department head said they would look at the body cams to see what happened. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if his partner had on the body cam. Not sure. We'll find out. Also, did anybody hear what Teen Vogue magazine did yesterday? Wow. That's great, Nancy. Police are good people. So are citizens. Yesterday, yeah. Yes, Kim, yesterday. It was pretty disgusting what Teen Vogue did. Oh, both were off. Now, that's a little suspicious, Wayne, if that's true. Vogue is trash, yes. Disgusting. Good, Robin. Yes, Marlene, absolutely. Teen Vogue, I think, what were you thinking? Well, this is just the news that came out, Kim. What happened was that Teen Vogue decided that it was your time for your children, I should say, to go ahead and learn about a different type of sex. Let's just say sodomy, and they put it in their magazine on how to do it, and they did not even talk about. I mean that was bad enough, but they didn't even talk about any type of protection, and people were outraged, as they should have been. Parents were absolutely outraged, and the guy who wrote the article, the editor, basically said, you just don't understand young people. Educating them is not encouraging it, and of course, I don't think that's true. And I think he certainly wanted him to do that. There's a YouTube video of a mom burning Vogue. Teen Vogue. Yeah, it is disgusting. She was talked about men having that type of sex with little girls. Even more disgusting. Complete with diagrams. Disgusting. Yes. Yeah. They should be, you talk about somebody that should be boycotted. Somebody that should be totally reprimanded for doing what they did. You saw that mom's video. She's a mom advocate for children. Seems to me kids can learn such things on their own. They shouldn't. 14-year-old said a video out teaching very young people about sex. That's unbelievable. We don't need Vogue anymore. Nope. Boycott them. We understand our own children and don't ever want that trash around our children. Yes. We do have our own style. I mean, again, that's, when you allow children control to do whatever they should do in their own raising and allow them to go and look at magazines like that and have access to it and allow these people to continue doing that, then we're in trouble. I know, Tori. Unfortunately, your kids aren't, or somebody else's kids aren't, and they're looking at that trash. Let's do Find Their Advertisers, Amanda. Good deal. That'd be great to do. And let them know what you think about it. It's disgusting. And the guy had absolutely no remorse. I mean, he felt like he was doing the right thing. And I think there was a picture of him hugging his partner and flipping people off. Hey, Carmen, how not to get pregnant, do this, and here is how it's easy. Shauna said, yeah. It's okay, Carmen. We had to restart, so you'll have 2 parts today. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when everybody else was growing up, most people in this scope, we couldn't get our hands on BS like that. Let's just say it like that. Yes, that's right, Danielle. Just shameful. The more people turn from God, this is what you get. Exactly. Can still get pregnant that way. It only takes one mental anguish for these kids. Or they look at it, Marlene, as that it's appropriate to do, and it's appropriate to do at a young age, and on and on and on. You know, when you're being shown this type of thing at your age, then you have to look at it as a teen. You'd say, well, you know, if it's out there, then it can't be wrong. If my parents are letting me see it, it can't be wrong. Typos are awesome, Nancy. How about we abstain? Yeah, they feel that teaching the child to abstain, this is the editor that put the garbage out in Vogue, that if you teach them to abstain, really, you don't understand the youth of today. It is really unfortunate how a lot of kids today are taught that that they have to have sex with the other teenagers in order to be relevant, in order to be liked. They're not taught that you should, you know, save yourself for the right person. Now teaching very young kids in school what happened to parents. Parents, a lot of them gave that job over. Yes, diagrams on how to do it. Yeah. My mom flipped over sex ed in school, Amanda said. Thank you, Robert. These poor kids don't have a chance. I know. They are really sexualized so early as children. The pedophiles are trying to get this all normalized. That's right. They are. And they're doing a pretty good job of it. I understand my Bible teaches abstinence, and that's what we teach our children. So glad we homeschool, Robin said. Yes, Robin. Just hook up, no big deal. That's right, Kim. It's like, you know, BFF, and, you know, that's it. That's the thing that you're supposed to do. That's what they're being taught in a lot of schools. And the parents, you know, unfortunately, some don't know that that's being taught, and some don't bother to teach their children because they think the school's doing it. Remember when we worried Bill would cause your young people to think oral sex wasn't sex? We were right. That's right. Now this, yes. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you for the super hearts. Thank you. It's just amazing. I mean, it really is. And there's so much more that, you know, as a psychotherapist, I talk to parents and they tell me, we talk about the kids, you know, when the kids are having problems, and I say, how much time do you spend with your kids? Literally, sometimes it's 10 minutes a day. That's not enough time to spend with your kids. 10 minutes doesn't do it. 10 minutes in driving in the car, talking to your kid about his or her day isn't enough. It really isn't. Everything goes back to the Clintons. Yeah. Almost everything. Thank you, Robin. Robin gave me super hearts on YouTube. I taught sex ed to high school as college intern. Was innocent. They learned nothing from me, Nancy said. Good, Nancy. Train up your children in the way they should go. Exactly, Marlene. It goes back to God. Yes. Absolutely. We got to get back on the right track of everything. Teaching morals. I mean, oh, thank you, Danielle. Thank you for the super hearts. We're not even allowed to teach kids morals anymore because some reason, you know, that's wrong now in secular society's views. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. School still teaches abstinence is the best. You know, I haven't heard that too much, Nancy, but I hear it more that it's a choice, and here's why you should. If you're going to do it, here's the protection. You know, it's that type of thing that I hear. So I don't know. I don't think they should be talking about it in school. I mean, I think that should be what the parents teach anyway. Hey, Gary, thank you for the hearts. We keep reporting porn bots as spam. Does Periscope eventually punish me? I have no idea. So we've run out of time, you guys. Please, when you retweet this, also go back and get that first part, the very first one. We were going really well with that. If you could retweet that, we had a lot of stuff on there that we were talking about. If you could put Knowles Crew on that, that would be very good. Hashtag Knowles Crew. And again, thank you so much, everybody, for your donations for the homeless veterans. I'm going to be sending that out, and I'm hoping they're going to be able to, when they open it, to do it live, whether they do it live and I can get the film from them. It really doesn't matter. But I want them opening it and showing everybody, what we've gotten. And also, you go to my timeline. There are pictures there of what we've gotten. I'm going to go be getting some more because we got more donations in. So thank you again. Thank you, Robin. Thank you for being here. Everybody, Periscope, Facebook, and YouTube, thank you so much for being here. And we'll talk again later. Knowles crew, they're the best people. They really, really are. So thank you, guys. Everybody on YouTube, if you don't mind, if you could give me a thumbs up and share this with everybody. Thank you. God bless you, Robin. And just retweet this with everybody you know. Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Thank you, YouTube, as always. Great talking to you. Great seeing you. Thanks for coming. See you tomorrow.